Exposure. Today we're going to go over a really quick video about aesthetics. I get a bunch of questions from people using the same thing I use, Canva. Um, and even though they use the same thing, they're just not really getting the same results. So I want to do something and just give you some tips and tricks on how to use it and get some very similar results to what I get on my end. So let's just get straight to it. Let's go to canva.com. And I'm just going to throw a quick one in here. So just click on a random design. So I'm just doing an Instagram post. Oops. Okay, and then what I'm going to do here is just show you a quick example, and then I'm going to build one from scratch. So, quick example. You see how here in the background there's obviously an image, right? So, there's text, an image, and this little box. What happens here if I were to somehow change it around, right? What if I take away this box? Look how it's just this like random text floating. Looks kind of funky, right? This box definitely helps. So even take it this way, like this font's okay, so it kind of looks alright with this background, but what if we change the font to something a little bit different? It may not look that same way. Let's see. See, so like this is really chunky, it just looks kind of weird, but if I were to go up here and add a box to it, it almost kind of like justifies it. It makes it okay. It like frames it in such a way that it's fine. What's nice about it too is you can actually do that in a few different ways. So you see how this is like an outline of a box. You can also do one that's a little bit different. So that would look like something like this. Go to shapes, go to this first box here. It's gonna be a bold looking box. What I would do is either do a white one with black text or a black box with white text. So we'll just do a black box really fast. Perfect. All right, so see how I just expand that out and now it's just a box around it? Yeah, it could be done a little bit better, but since it's just a super fast example, I'm just showing you how it transforms. Look at these different examples, right? This big old text doesn't matter because it's in a box. This doesn't matter, it's in a box. This one, watch, take this away. It looks weird now all of a sudden just because it is doing that. So that's what I'm just meaning by simple little tips and tricks, framing, that kind of thing. So let me show you an example from scratch, then literally from like me just designing it. We'll go to Instagram post, start a fresh one again. And the reason I'm doing this instead of just going along with that is I want to show you that even you, not just using a template, but your own design can do the same thing. Like you can design all you please and it will actually look professionally done. You just need to do a few things to tweak it. So let's just do this. We'll go over here. Sorry. We'll go over here to let's say food. Food's a good one. We'll go over to food. Okay. So you see how this is it's a decent little picture. It's very clear. It's framed to the food. It's great. So we'll just expand it up, make it a little bit bigger. And since this is just a quick example, let's just ignore that this is here right now. Normally I would pick a different picture so that it does fit that. But since I want this specific picture for a specific reason for you guys, I'm going to just leave it and pretend these aren't here. Alright, so what I want to do is, let's say I'm running an ad for a restaurant and I want to say that the prices have dropped for this item. It's a very popular item, people are loving it, but they want it cheaper. So let's throw some quick text up here. You can do it a couple different ways as well. You could even do one that's preset. I love to do preset text because normally it is combined in such a way that it's been tested and it looks really good and clean. Like this looks fantastic for a restaurant. This font is really good. So I would keep using that. Let's see. So you see, like, I'm already looking around of like, where can I put this? How can I frame my picture? What can I do? So this seems like okay, right? It's kind of floating around. It's kind of weird. So let's ungroup these, get rid of this small text down here. You're more than welcome to include more stuff and put it in different areas, but remember, it's important how you do it. So I'm going to leave that there just in case we decide to use it. I'm going to go up here and make this be the price. So let's say the item was probably like $10 or something ridiculous. And let's drop that down to, I don't know, let's make it awesome, like $6. You almost cut it in half, right? $6. New low prices. Sorry, gotta make it dramatic and make it feel more like an ad. Let's see. Make this a little bit smaller so it makes sense. There we go. Now let's take a moment and look at this, right? What I like to do is just make copies sometimes as I'm doing it and see what's working and what's not. So right now I can see these are just floating pieces of text. It looks kind of weird. So let's try framing it with something. Let's do maybe one of the squares, but let's do the hollowed out version and just see what it kind of looks like and if it makes sense. So we'll do this. And I guess it defaults with some colors. Like if you have a brand color at all, it'll try to default to different things like that. But you can always change it. You can even come in here and design your own color, but I'm just gonna go throw a white one up. And see how the white looks. If the white looks kind of weird, you can always change it to black and kind of just switch it around. The idea of it isn't necessarily just to like put a box around everything, but what you want to do is serve a purpose to what's there and draw attention to it. Look at the huge difference. Huge difference. I didn't do anything other than put a box around these things and just kind of size them a little bit. And all of a sudden, it makes the picture look way different. I'll show you. So see these? I know, look here and look here. Whoa, these are huge points. This is their website. They have breakfast and lunch. And this is their the price for this item. It's new low price. If I go down here, it's just some random font floating around. And believe it or not, so many places, even professional places that are super successful, run ads just like that. So my suggestion then is if you are running ads, try and experiment with what you're doing and be a little bit more creative in such a way like that. Um, Here, let's even do the other box where it was filled in because, like I said, there's so many possibilities. All I've showed you so far in this like what 7 minutes has been boxes. We've done nothing crazy. We haven't, you know, reformatted something, done something weird, uploaded pictures, paid for anything. This is literally all free. You're not doing anything other than adding a box to something. So what I'm going to do for this one, since this is such a light picture, I think what I want to do is make it a black box and then change the font to white and see how that looks. Again, you can change it back, right? So let's see. And for these types, what you want to make sure is you arrange it. So you click on it, go up here to arrange, and you send it to the back. What it's going to do is allow this font to sit on top of it, like it should. So I'm going to resize this a little bit. See how even that makes a difference? If it's too big of a box like this, and it makes 0 cents, it's just a big old box for 0 reason. But you make it right, you make it fit the picture, it's not in the way, but it draws attention, then all you did just now is frame people's attention and thoughts to what you wanted them to without looking tacky. Boom. Huge difference. You could even leave this. Let's say you like how that dynamic looks. Maybe it's super clean to you. I would say maybe just scoot this somewhere else so you can see this better, or maybe make it a little bit bigger, something like that. But you can tell that I'm going to immediately look at these 2 points just because they're right there, and I'll still see the food. So it's doing everything you'd like. This isn't the best example. This still isn't like the cutest ad, but it's very, very different from this. And again, professionals are doing this. So that's one way to accomplish that. There's a few other ones, but start here with the different boxes and shapes. You could even throw in some like this, where it frames it even better. And you could decide that you found a new way to design your ads and you didn't have to do anything else. Let's say that this was effective enough for you that your ads took on a whole new customer base. Wouldn't that be amazing that all you did was spend another like few minutes watching this video, messing around with some boxes, and you got a bunch of new customers because they thought your ads were really sleek and just made sense for them? I know that's worth it to me, and again, this really didn't take much effort. I'm talking right now, doing pretty much nothing, putting a box in here, and it looks way better. So, like I said, experiment. Let me know what other questions you have or what you want to see in Canva or anything for that matter in the comments below or any social media. Thanks.